Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for mid-May 2024. This month, we're going to jump right in here. You have this card that says luck is on your side. You also have this card that says the end of a tough cycle approaches. Love it. So things could be improving for you in the middle of this month. I think this whole summer is pretty good for you, Aquarius. So, I think things could definitely be kind of like turning a corner here, or you're starting to notice that things are improving in your life. You have the Nine of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Hangman here. I do feel like that Nine of Wands is saying, like, don't give up on something that you're working towards. So if you're, like, working towards a goal, wish, or dream, I do feel it's saying, like, hey, the end of a tough cycle is approaching. If you give up now, you're going to be giving up too soon. So keep going. And yeah, you have this Fate card as well, which I love this card. So there could be, like, some sort of, like, fated event that's coming in for you that really pushes you forward or leads to a lot more success in your life. So we're going to have to see what that is. But again, you start with this Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says, is the wounded warrior, and I can't get it for some reason. Doesn't even want to come off the table. But the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Nine of Wands says, don't give up. He's kind of like trying something one last time. Those 8 wands behind him represent all the experiences and the things that he's been through. But he still has that one wand to lean on, that one wand to support him on his journey. So I feel like you are still supported and you're protected. This is a card of boundaries, and it kind of says that you've put up some boundaries against things that get in your way, and now you're kind of moving forward. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is also the card of moving towards your enthusiasm. The Page of Wands, he's just enthusiastic about a new beginning, and he moves forward like fearlessly towards that, whatever that new beginning is. So I feel for a lot of you that this is encouraging you to be fearless, to take control of your life. We even go straight across to the Emperor. And, I feel that going through that 7 of Cups, it's like saying, what would happen if, you gave your wildest dreams 110%? What would happen? I don't know. You have to tell me, Aquarius, what's going to happen if you do that. But I almost feel this is saying, like, it's time to take control of your fate. With that Fates card there, it's time for you to take control of your destiny or your wildest dreams and make them happen. You have the Hangman. Sometimes I feel with the Hangman that he is basically saying that there's nothing more that we can learn. We just have to start moving forward at this point. He has sacrificed movement. He has sacrificed the use of his arms and his legs, and he's done this to gain enlightenment. But like, now it's time for him to move forward. It's time for him to start working towards whatever it is that he's trying to accomplish. And that's really what I feel for you here. It's like time for you to start moving forward towards whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here. But let's see what is going on here. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like quick success and a quick conclusion. So I really do feel there's like quick success and a quick conclusion coming in for you, because you have that card that says the end of a tough cycle approaches. So it's like you're wrapping things up that no longer serve you. But also, I feel you're kind of this is what I would describe as like a little bit of a finish line reading. You're kind of getting to the finish line. With the Page of Wands, you have the Fool. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith, which is this right here. Again, I think the question here is simple. Like, what would it look like if you gave something, 100% of your effort, especially if it's like a goal, wish, or dream? That 7 of Cups, he's like imagining all the good stuff and all the bad stuff that could happen if he manifested something in his life, like whatever it is that he wants, right? But the 7 of Cups kind of says, what would happen if you really made it happen? What would happen? You don't know what would actually happen. The 7 of Cups, he's just dreaming. But as I always say to you, because you always get the 7 of Cups, it's like you need to find out. With the Hangman, you have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, like I feel like you're just done being on the pole, right? With that Hangman energy. The 9 of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare. I don't actually feel too bad about this. I kind of feel this is more saying that it's like you're ready to move forward. You are ready to like I said, get off the tree of knowledge and wisdom. You've learned everything you can. If you stay there and you don't make any forward movement, then you're just going to be repeating a cycle. So I feel this is encouraging you to keep moving forward. And, I also kind of feel it's saying, like, you are ready for the next step. You are ready to take a leap of faith, or you're ready for whatever is next in your life. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Panther Spirit says reclaim your power, which it looks like you're doing. I really feel that Emperor is you. I think that Emperor is you taking control of your life. You have this Wolf Spirit says turn knowledge into wisdom. Hangman. The Hangman is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom. But to turn knowledge into wisdom, we have to take action on the things that we learn, because sometimes you can learn something all day long, but until you actually put it into practice, you don't actually know how things are going to turn out. I always say, it's like there are so many things that I do on this channel, for example, that the YouTube experts say don't work, right? There's so many things that I do that don't work according to the YouTube experts, but when I do them, they work for me. So it's like I learn things, I try them out, I see how it goes for me, and then I let that make the decision. So it's like that's wisdom. And I feel for a lot of you that, this is basically saying that it's time for you to take something, and it's time for you to see what actually happens with the Seven of Cups here. The Seven of Cups, again, is a card of having a lot of options, being spoiled for choice, but he is kind of like imagining something that he maybe wants to create, do, be, or have in his life. And he needs to, instead of just imagining it and dreaming about it, he needs to ground the reality into reality. He needs to see how something is actually going to go before he knows how something is going to go. So I feel this is talking about you grounding an option or a choice into your life, or making a decision, committing to one. We go up here to the Seven of Wands. Number one, 2 sevens to me represent internal fears that don't exist. Number two, the Seven of Wands is a card of like grounding something in reality. It's a card of conviction. It says when you know that you know, when you believe something deep down inside, like when you believe that you're going to be successful or that something's going to work out for you, that's when it will work out for you. So it's really a card of belief, like believing or just knowing deep down in your bones that you can have your wildest dreams, right? But if you don't believe it, then it's not going to happen. So you really have to believe here. You have the High Priestess. High Priestess has no roof over her head, and it does represent something. It represents the fact that you have unlimited potential. There are no limits to what any of us can accomplish. The only limit is what we believe to be true. So again, this reading is really talking about beliefs. I think this reading is really encouraging you to kind of like go on this journey of figuring out what you are capable of, and like what you are capable of accomplishing in your life. So very motivational, right? Like I feel like you should feel very motivated, very excited for the future. You have the Ace of Cups, which is your emotions overflowing, being really happy. So the Ace of Cups really tells me that things are going to go very well for you. Of course, this could be love, but again, I kind of feel this reading is more all about you. I think it's talking about, the things that you're hoping to accomplish, the things that you're working on, the things that you're creating in your life. And I think it's saying that you're about to find fulfillment. It's like you're fated to find fulfillment with that Fates card showing up at the end. But again, I do feel this is going to require you to try to create your, your wildest dream here on Earth. Let's see. With the High Priestess, you have the Four Swords. Four Swords is like resting, relaxing, recovering. A lot of people have been getting this type of energy. I myself, I'm like super tired, but also I'm moving this month. I'm moving right now. I'm packing and doing readings at the same time, right? So that's probably why I'm tired. But, I feel like there is like an extra like tiredness going around right now, and I feel like the Four Swords is saying like don't fight against it. If you feel more tired, take a rest. If you feel more tired, sleep in. Like this morning, even though I'm more tired today, I actually slept in a little bit. So there you go. But what I would say is, again, like listen to your body with the Four Swords, and really pay attention. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Page of Swords, which you have twice going this way here. Page of Swords says get curious. Page of Swords is about curiosity. And if we embrace our curiosity with the Page of Swords, then who knows what could happen, right? Because we don't know. We have to be curious to figure it out. Here you go. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Sun. Yeah, definitely. I think the Page of Swords here is looking towards the Sun in the Ace of Cups. So whatever it is that you are trying to manifest clearly with the Seven of Cups, your wildest dream, right? Let's just call it that. It looks to me like it's something that you are being guided towards. Even, again, we talked about enthusiasm with the Page of Wands. The Sun is kind of like your inner happiness, your inner child. There is this child on here, and behind him is this wall. The wall on this Sun card kind of represents the wall that we all build up against our inner child. And the wall on the Sun kind of reminds us to let that wall down, to embrace our inner child. It's like maybe your inner child, or what is making you feel enthusiastic or excited, maybe that's the thing that's going to create the most success for you. And that's what I would focus on with the Sun, for sure. Next, you have this Fates card and this Loyal Heart card. You could be attracting a person who's very loyal to you, so I don't really see this as a love reading again. But, again, love is always available to us. So there could be a person coming in for you. I would say if you are meeting a person at this time, like this month, the entire month of May, whatever is left of it when you watch this, if you meet a person, it could be a very loyal person. I also do feel this is saying that you need to be loyal to what you love and don't listen to anyone else, right? And if you do that, I feel like that will bring fated events into your life that will probably push you forward. You have the Seven of Wands. It's all about beliefs with you. I mean, even if we look at your astrology, I think like 90% of what you, like the thing that will lead to 90% of your success is your belief system. The other is just work, right? So the Seven of Wands is about believing something deep down into your DNA, like into your soul, where you believe something so you are so convinced that you can have something that you actually literally create it because you are so convinced. And, you know, I kind of feel like this is a little bit of that irrational self-confidence going on here. But at the same time, sometimes I feel it works. You know, obviously we have to be rational. Obviously we have to pay attention to what's working, what's not working. But what I would say is that, again, if you really want to accomplish something, that now would be the time for you to develop that irrational self-confidence, you know, brainwash yourself into success. I'm a big fan of doing it because I've done it to myself. And, you know, it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, in your reading, I feel like you really are kind of, it's almost like you're brainwashing yourself into something that's going to be very successful. You have the Emperor. You know, this could be a person, but really what I feel like this is talking about is the commitment you make to the Seven of Cups right here, going straight across. Probably the most important part of your reading is the middle right here. I feel like the Emperor is about taking control. I also feel like it's about you. I feel it's about timing, right? And the reason I say that is because he has his armor on underneath his cloak, and it represents the fact that he's kind of relaxing. He's sitting there, but he's like waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And, you know, while I always say to you, Aquarius, that if you're waiting for the perfect moment, there will never be a perfect moment to do anything. There's a little bit of this like needing to conserve your energy going on here. So it might be a good time for you to actually make sure that what you are taking action on is important, and that in those moments where you're not taking action on something, whether this is in love, business, money, or otherwise, that you are recharging your batteries, that you're healing, that you're resting, relaxing, recovering, and that you are really taking the time to do that, just like he is there. You have the Page of Swords. Again, I would allow curiosity to be your guide with the Page of Swords coming up twice in this reading. I really feel like the Page of Swords is kind of, you know, it's kind of like leading you towards the Seven of Cups. So that could be like your inner child, your inner excitement, your inner enthusiasm. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Emperor, exactly what I said here. So again, I think that the deeper you believe something, the more that it's like you're learning control. You even have this card here that said, you know, reclaim your power. So I feel in a lot of ways that you are just, in a very simple way, you're just taking control of your life. And that's what's going on here. With the Emperor, you have the King of Wands. You could be attracting a fire sign if you do want love. Also, the King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really building what you want. And I really do see you taking control with that King of Wands energy for sure. With the Page of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, again, if you do want love, I do feel that there could be a connection. You know, this could be a person who's watching you or who already has their eye on you. So you could have like a little bit of a secret admirer. Coming up in the good stuff, this would tell me that this will not be a secret for much longer. So there definitely could be a solid love connection coming in for you if you want it. I also feel that, again, the Page of Cups, he has this fish in his cup right here, and that fish might not exist. We don't actually know. The fish might be part of his dream, and this whole entire reading is about you kind of like manifesting a dream, or you manifesting something, or, you know, creating something in the world that you want. And again, sometimes I say, like, we need to grab onto that fish so it doesn't jump into the water behind him. And again, what you're grabbing onto is your dream, and whatever your dream life is, right? Let's see. You have this revenge card. I would be careful of past people. A couple of signs have had this card of like revenge, or I can't remember. There's like a bunch of them in this deck that basically, you know, kind of represent this. So I would be careful if you have any past people like coming in trying to talk to you, or whatever the case may be. It might be best to just, you know, we see a lot of boundaries here, 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. So it'd be a good month to put up some boundaries. You have this riches card. Yes, I mean, I think you should only be focusing on one thing at this time. So this might be why it's not really a love reading, is because I think you should be just focusing on that Seven of Cups, which is your dream life, whatever that means for you. And that is the only thing that I would work on building, creating, having, and doing, because that will bring these riches into your life. You have the secrets card. What do you know? I think that there's a lot of answers in secrets for you, and these are not like secrets. These are turning knowledge into wisdom, right? Sometimes I think the secret card, it just says the information exists. You just have to go and search for it. So anything you're trying to grow or create, I would learn as much as you can, because that will be your superpower. That will be how you are able to manifest something. You have this impulsiveness card. I would be careful of impulsive action. Like, I would make sure that you're kind of planning things out, especially with the Seven of Wands. Sometimes I look at the Seven of Wands and I think, like, he has a solid plan. Like, he knows why he's defending his position at the top of the hill. So I would be careful of making, like, sudden abrupt changes and things like that. You also have this appreciation card. Yeah, this is a card of abundance. This right here is a cornucopia. So you could be attracting a lot of abundance. And of course, practicing gratitude is a great way to turn abundance into more abundance. And that's what I would do there. But this looks really, really good here, Aquarius. I think that in a lot of ways, again, luck is on your side. End of a tough cycle approaches. Eight of Wands, things are happening quickly. So it looks pretty good to me. But thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.